Last video, I said I wanted to see the line of Gauthier, Carlsson, and Sennecke, and we actually got it. Q is clearly a big Duck My Life fan, and we saw flashes of exactly why the rest of the NHL should be nervous. First, the Senators, that line got about a game and a half together as the Ducks searched for offense, and it worked. Both newly formed top lines scored, with Carlsson and McTavish swapping spots. Carlsson draws not just one, but two defenders, buying Gauthier time and space. Cutter was ready to rip it immediately, but whiffed, which was totally planned, obviously. That made him pick up his head, dangle, and set up Sennecke wide open. Honestly, that looked too pretty to be an accident. Not to be outdone, the other new line of Kreider, McTavish, and Terry scored a minute and a half later. A nice little pass from Terry springs Kreider and McTavish on the rush, and Kreider throws an absolute beauty of a sauce that McTavish buries in one smooth motion. So, whose goal was better? As well as Terry and Carlsson have worked at times this year, they still don't feel like a perfect match. Some of the same chemistry concerns are creeping back in, as that line has struggled over the last few games. Both Terry and Carlsson need the puck on their stick to do their best work, and there's only one puck to go around. With Gauthier and Sennecke on Leo's line, the vibe is totally different.
The change in having Leo join you and Cutter on that line, and we saw you have a moment with Cutter on the bench and all smiles there. What's it like to play with Leo?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, he's kind of a world-class player already. It's so young, so it's nice to play with him. He gets to the puck, and he's always open.
Those two love to get up the ice quickly, move the puck fast, and play give-and-go hockey. That's perfect for Carlsson. He can control, dish, and let his speedy wingers attack. As for the Kreider-McTavish-Terry line, they're a bit slower and more puck possession-oriented. That might be exactly what McTavish needs too.
Amidst the line shuffling tonight, we did see a hint of chemistry from you and Chris Kreider and Troy Terry. Can you speak to that?
Yeah, I think we all like to possess the puck and hold on to it for as long as we can, and fend off defenders and give some time for our line mates to get open. And it's a good playing with those guys. They're super skilled, so it was nice.
McT isn't the fastest guy. He thrives in a heavier, grindier game, so this setup could actually help him get back to his strengths. Now, last video, I also said I wanted to see the Cutter-Leo bucket line consistently, so the question is this just a little blimp, or will these line changes stick for the next game? The Ducks lost to the Sens, but after the shuffle, they look like the better team. The late goal they gave up came from the defense not tying up the stick in front, something that has been a problem all season. I also said in the last video that I fully expect McTavish to bounce back. I just didn't think it would happen literally the next game. Against the Bruins, he looked way more noticeable for the right reasons, not because of the bad penalties. He added an assist on the power play, and Strom's tip was so nice it made our beat reporter Zach drop a bad word. McT also almost scored, but he was in the blue paint and made contact, so yeah, that's obvious goalie interference. Still, he was way more engaged, and it was great to see him get to the front of the net again. And honestly, he was even better in the Sens game. Yes, he did take one actual bad penalty, classic McT, but again, you saw his goal from earlier. I really hope we see these lines for at least a few more games, because that top Leo line is definitely the future. I just did a lot of positives about a few players, but honestly, this home back-to-back had very similar themes in both games. In some ways, it felt very much like last year, just not quite as bad because at least this team can actually score now, even if they are getting limited offensive chances. But the core issues were familiar, getting outshot 2-1, sloppy stretches, and relying on goalies to hold on to any kind of lead.
I'm so happy. Obviously, we've been scoring a goal, so it definitely helps me.
Mrazek and Dostál were both amazing. I mean, these games could have been well over before, but they kept them close. You could tell Beaker wasn't very happy about it.
Very not happy with, how we're playing. We're giving way too much up. We don't have enough regard, to play on the right side of the pucks.
He also said some other interesting things about how Sennecke has basically made his own plan.
When Beckett came in, obviously it's nice to have testing. So at the same age, Beckett was ahead strength-wise than ahead of Leo. And so he a little stronger. So we actually looked at Mike Barwitz, our sports science guy. We looked at him and we had a modified plan with him. We're doing some different things with him, which doesn't require him to miss games.
And that he's not working on RFAs during the season right now.
You said you're hoping that you might be able to get some of your other RFAs done at some point during the season. Without getting into the negotiations, are there discussions going on with some of these young kids?
No, they're not right now. We've pushed the talks off. So just to kind of, I think for everybody, just to kind of see where the market's going to kind of settle, we're in a pause. And I really don't want to get into too hard of it because I want the players to keep playing well and not thinking about their contracts.
That's a mistake, but okay. Against the Bruins, the Ducks probably didn't deserve to win. Against the Sens, the first period was so bad they probably shouldn't have won that one either, and they didn't. But the rest of the game was pretty solid, and of the two, that's the one they should have taken but didn't. And if not for a very close miss from Sennecke and a broken stick from Terry, maybe they would have. So realistically, they should have been 1-1 in this back-to-back, and they are. Now, based on the gameplay, it seems like it should have been the opposite, but hockey is funny like that. The big positive is that the Ducks' third periods were very good in both games. We saw flashes of the stuff that powered their 7-game winning streak. More rush chances, more puck control, and more confidence. But the same defensive issues are still hanging around, and they came back to bite them again. Both teams were dealing with injuries to key players, so you would have liked to see the Ducks show a bit more. It was great to see the fourth line chip in with a goal from Harkins, but man, that line is really missing Paling.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for waiting for me. So great.
I'll give you a break. You forgot, but it's been a while.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I thought Gudas was really strong in both games, added a slapper from the blue line, played heavy, and brought exactly the kind of physical presence this defense needs. He and Moore got split up in the second game, with Moore moving up to play with Comer. And honestly, who would have thought Moore would be the first guy this season to earn the jacket twice? He's been so good, you just can't take him out of the lineup right now.
Yeah, didn't get all of it. Just tried to get it to the net, and luckily it went in. It was a great screen, great play by the guys. I just tried to get on net, and yeah, got a little lucky there.
Which makes things tough because Minty has now been healthy scratched 3 straight games. And according to Friedman, the report is if he's not going to play, he wants to be traded. It's frustrating. Another logjam situation for him after last year. Based on his performance, he probably has been the weakest defenseman so far, but he's also insanely talented. Is the gap really big enough that he should be sitting? He needs to play, and he's still eligible to go to the goals, so I wish they would just set him down for reps, but for some reason, they haven't. It's a weird situation. There's no rush to trade him, the Ducks have his rights, and I can't imagine Verbeek wants to give up on his first ever draft pick. But eventually, someone on the defense is going to have to get moved, because there are already guys in San Diego knocking on the door. The Ducks are back at it again versus the Knights. I wonder if we'll see some lineup changes since they lost. Thank you to our members. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and go Ducks!
Alright, great win, boys. Dostal going to keep us in. Stromer held the game, but Mrazek.
Thanks, Comer. Way to stick with it, boys. Dostal, keep us in it there. And,